The world in which you live seems to be turned upside down politically. All of the events seem to be topsy-turvy. Governments are struggling to seize power or to hold power. Governments throughout the world, in Egypt and Syria, are struggling over power. Governments throughout the African continent are struggling. Governments within the Middle East are struggling to grab power and to hold power. Politicians and political parties are struggling both to hold and to seize power in the United States of America. The world is full of what seems to be turbulent change. But if you look at history and at each century of history through humanity's existence, you will find that there has always been a struggle of governments. Always there has been someone wanting to hold power. Always there has been someone wanting to seize power, to grab it for themselves. But the power of this world is fleeting, and the governments of this world, they are also fleeting. A kingdom may last a few years, a few decades, a few centuries. Even if a kingdom were to last thousands of years, what would that be measured against the eternal existence of the divine? Yet man struggles to seize temporal power while ignoring the spiritual essence of his own being. How foolish is this, and how much more valuable is the conquering of your heart. For in your heart you can find yourself, and in finding yourself in the innermost depth of the adytum of your heart, you can find the divine. For it is in the stillness of your heart that God communicates with you. It is in the quietness of prayer and meditation that God speaks to you. It is not in the great rallies on the street. It is not in protest with signs held high. For these things pass, but your spiritual essence, your soul, your eternal being, it does not pass. But in this fleeting life, for what will you grab? Will you grab for that will last an eternity? Or will you reach out and try to take hold of that which you think is a true existent benefit, a political power, a kingdom, an ideal that will vanish as the vapors, that is transient and truly nothing more than an illusion? For better it would be that you fast and pray and have nothing but poverty in this life and be bestowed eternally with riches. Better it would be that you do this than to gain the riches of the whole world and have nothing, nothing in the kingdom to come. But everyone lusts after the moment of the here and the now, seeking power that is not real, seeking to assert themselves, to grasp for liberty that is non-existent, for true liberty is liberty of the spirit. Man can conquer the body. Man can even take the physical life, but man cannot conquer the mind, the heart, or the soul. No other man can conquer that which belongs to you, but you can, by directing your thoughts, by directing your actions, by focusing on prayer and meditation, conquer your heart, conquer your soul, redirect your spirit to that which is beneficial. Kingdoms run awry when kings do not have the spiritual development to maintain their kingdom, and democracies run amok and fail when the people that direct those democracies fail to find spiritual enlightenment. Much of true democracy has been brought forth by the Benedictines, who had a form of democratic process within their monasteries that came into Europe and actually was the seedlings distributed throughout that created a democratic and free society. But that was then severed by a society who did not want to make a realization of the divine from the truths of God, from the essence of prayer and meditation. So that would be fine if your democracies allowed simply a development of democratic leadership that allowed the practice of freedom of religion. But ultimately what happens is freedom of religion morphs into apathy, and apathy allows those who would say, we want nothing to do with the divine, to become no longer freedom of religion, but suppression of religion. And slowly but surely, this evil will eat into a society and destroy it. It is ultimately important, if you wish to live in freedom, that you bear the responsibilities that freedom and liberty bring. And these are the pursuit of happiness, which is the pursuit of the divine. And each individual is responsible for that. As that is true, then it must be true that each individual is responsible for the result of the world in which they live. So if you stop walking on the streets in protest and seek the divine, then you will cause a tumultuous earthquake, a splitting of politics, a roar and an upheaval. For just as the children of Israel were led forth from Egypt, God will liberate any people that continually seek truth, continually seek wisdom, continually seek His will. For if you do this while you pray, the angels will bring down the governments that are at fault, the governments that are at odds with the divine. And the angels, not men, will through divine intervention set new leaderships and new governments before you. For this is the power of prayer, the power of God made manifest. Seek you first the kingdom of God, and all other things will be added to you. We leave you with blessings and with peace. Peace be with you.